Good evening and welcome to One Less Sports Talk. It's your boy Hajilex, your host of the most. No need to brag nor boast. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with your boy, sharing the love for sports, track and field, soccer, you name it, you know it. We go it, we play it. Welcome guys, to the exciting year, time of the year, I should say. This month, March, is a month. In America, they have March Madness, which is the college basketball. But in Jamaica, we got the Mecca of the Mecca, high school, track and field, the boys and the girls championships. We'll be talking about that as well. But today we are talking about, I've watched a 60-meter race the other day, and I think Kishane Thompson was running, and he is going to run the world indoor 60-meter championship. So he's venturing into the 60-meter world. But for me, I have a question, and I don't know if I'm the only one with that question, or maybe I'm the only one who's seen it. But let me ask you guys a question so we can interact and talk about this topic, like preseason and beginning of each athlete, sprinters, season. I usually see the Nesta Carter, the Usain Bolt, the Asafa Powell, Elaine Thompson, Shelly and Fraser Price. You know it, you name it, the athletes. Most of the major athletes always starts their season with like a 400, one and two 400 just to get the strength and the stamina right. Okay. But for some reason, I am yet to see Kishane Thompson running a 400-meter or yet to see him coming around a bend on a 200-meter. So I don't know if he ever tried to run the 200-meter or there's something about running the turns or the curve. But I haven't seen him run the 200-meter. And I think because he's not running the 200-meter or the 400-meter within a competitive situation, not only in training, to compete against athlete who is good at those events. I was going back over some of his races and I saw a little bit of bloop or a little bit of flaw in his race, and I realized it is not only in that race but it's a pattern, and I am going to show you guys so you guys can see and tell me if I'm wrong. You can hit me in the comment section and tell me, say, yo, Haji, you talk foolishness, or you can say, bro, and let us have a discussion. But based on what I saw, I don't know if you are not, what should I put it without being disrespectful or come off being condescending. If you are not educated, yeah, that word should work. Educated in the track and field world or in athletics, then you won't see it on the naked eyes. You understand? But if you have some knowledge and understanding of the sprinting event or athletes or athletics, then what I'm saying, you guys will notice it. But I have come to realize that the 8-meter mark is a troubling mark for Kishane Thompson. And me and one of my friends was having some conversation, and I mentioned it to him, and he was like, "Yeah." And then I saw what's the guy name is Errol Brown or Spider. Yeah, he's a athlete who slash vlogs, and he talks about sports in general. He always call out athletes, and I tend to watch him because he spits facts, and not a lot of people like the facts. They're going to call him a hater, they're going to call you a hater, and they're going to say you're hating on the game. But come on now, somebody has to say it. So, as I was saying that, I watched a few of Kishane's race, and I saw it. And if you guys realize, when he lost in the Olympics against Noah Lyles, right? He got caught. He led the race for most of the race, right? And then I always say, why is he shutting it down? Understand? Looking over his shoulder. And I question it like, bro, finish the race strong. But then I start to take a deep dive and look into the race and realize that if you realize Lyle's races, he is not the one with the explosive start, but his finish is dangerous. You understand? Likewise, Usain Bolt, what can I say? Let me use somebody else, guys. Usain Bolt was a phenomenon of track and field in our era, right? And we know Usain Bolt hold his stopping speed for a longer time. So his deceleration is slower than most. And because Bolt started out running the 400 meter, you understand? And then his transition to 100 meter. So he had the 400 meter pedigree alongside the 200 meter. And then he took it to the 100. So he canceled out the 400, which we all know that he was a beast running the 400 in high school. You understand? But when he turns pro, he dropped to the 400 meter and ran exclusively 1-2. But we know he opened up a few seasons running the 400 meter just to build the stamina and to give the legs a burn. You understand? So I watch a few Kishane Thompson races and I realized last year or the year before last, his opener was a 60 meter. So the competitive side of his running begins with a 60 meter and then he takes it to the 100 meter. Not seeing him running a 200 meter or yet to see him attempt in the competitive manner running the 400 meters. So I watched a few videos and because I was curious, you understand, and maybe my eyes were seeing something or telling me a lie, but I went back and I said, let me look at the videos and watch a few of these competitive race and see what's really going on. And I realized something that I'm going to show you guys as well, but I realized that when he's not challenged, right? He is superior to the athletes that he's running against. After he hits the 80-meter mark, he could shut it down and still look great in the race. But when he has the pressure, we saw, you can see his form goes and he starts to. And every coach knows and every athlete knows the form you got to maintain your form and your composure throughout the race. So I'm going to pull up a few races on screen and I'm going to show you from different angles. And if you guys know the 100 meter, know the markers, right? You're going to see when he hits like the 80 meter mark to the 85 meter mark, you're going to see he dips, right? And that's a continual pattern in his race of his, like he missed a stride. So he dips and then his form starts to. So let's watch I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Let me take this gum out of my mouth. Not, it's very rude for me to be talking with gum. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the video on screen so we all can see it and you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So let me pull it up and you guys can see as well. Let me put it on screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So here we go. Um this is the World Championship race that we are about to watch. And this is when Oblique Seville won the race. And if you notice right here, Kishane is leading everybody. Lies is closing, Oblique. And if you notice in this race, Kenny Berrick sat. He was parked in the blocks. Didn't have a good start. So let's continue. Let's play this and you guys can see what I'm talking about. So let me hit the play. For some reason, this thing is giving me trouble. I don't know what's going on. Don't know much, but I know I love you. Hey, that may be all we need to know. Yeah, I will cut that part out because I'm not a singer. So I will be deleting that. I don't know. Not recognizing for some reason. So let us do a quick. Give me a second. Guess who's back? Back again. Okay, guys. Yeah, I had a little problem with the second screen, but we're back at it again. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about the race. Okay, if you guys, so let's get it in slow motion and a different angle so you guys can see. So we're watching Kishane. Look at his form when he hits the 80-meter mark. So you guys can see. I think I got another angle of it. Yeah, I got another angle of it. So let me get the video loaded and then let me see if I get a better angle. Yeah, guys. So this one I'm going to show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys the way he ran his race when he's not feeling the pressure, right? And but at the 80-meter mark, I want you guys to pay attention. If you guys know track and field, I want you guys to pay attention. And when he hits the 80-meter mark, you're going to see a specific dip of his body, right? And then if the cameraman could show his facial expression, that you know that where he's decelerating and he decelerate fast. The thing is, he disguises it to make it looks like he's fully composed, but that's not the fact. And I know other people saw it as well, not only me. And I am not a hater because he's a good young man. But when we see flaws in athletes, we got to bring it up and hopefully somebody can see it and let him know. You understand? But let me pull this one up. And I think this was the trial, national trials, the final race at the trials. He won it. And I think at this race, Oblique was fighting injury. I think his hamstring was giving him hell. So the race got held up, and but Oblique finished strong. He started the race very good, and the race started. But I'm gonna show you guys of what Kishane looks like when he's in the lead and not feeling the pressure. But I want you guys to look at the 80-meter mark on his farm, and there's a specific dip at the 80-meter mark. When he hits, I think he hits the top end of his acceleration and he's started to decline. You understand? So he hit the mountain and now he's coming down the mountain. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but a lot of guys will know what I mean when he hits the mountain and then he's about to come back down. So watch it for me, please. Let me play it. So look at it. And if you notice at the 80-meter mark, he started to. So his farm started to go at the 80-meter mark. So I want you guys to see it from a different angle. And yeah, this is when he ran the 9.75. I think it was the world leading, and his personally, he PR'd on this race right here. So he ran right out of the stadium to his mom, but here it is in slow-mo. And he led most of the race, right? So I'm gonna see if I can hit the pause right here. So if you guys know, you know. Okay, so if you watch the video, right, look at his farm now and look at the last 20 meter of the race and how he looks on finishing the race. So hit play and you guys see. If you look at his arms, if you look at his arms is like flaring and his farm is all over the place. So if you guys know about the races, then you guys will understand that he is a good athlete as a young man, but I think he needs to work on his stamina, finishing and closing the race. I have never seen him run the 150 on the Grand Prix. I've never seen him on a 200 meter. I have never seen him run either of these races. I always see him running like I only see him run 100 meter. So we don't know if he's capable of competing at the highest level on a 200 meter. We give all the athletes their grace and their praise, right? Not taking nothing from no one. And this is going to be another race. I'm not showing you the full race. I'm just showing you highlights like the review or the replay of the races where they give you specific angles of the races so you can see the athletes. But I want you guys to watch each race and understand where I'm coming from and what I'm talking about his dip and the change of his form as a sprinter. We know that as a sprinter, you have to have that closing speed and that the strength and the stamina to finish the race at an elite level. That's why Usain Bolt was so hard to beat, because at the ending of his races, he always deliver. So let's go again. This is I think this is the race that he ran after the Olympics. Yeah. This race was the race ran after the Olympics, after he lost to Noah Lyles. So this would be the race that they say will be the race that they say it was a revenge race. But let's see it, and you guys can see for yourself. So this is the replay of the finish of the race. So they're showing us on a different angle, right? Now you have Kishane closing the race. He's in the lead from the start. Then Lyles start to, at the 60-meter mark, Niles start to tap in speed. So 80-meter mark, boom. This is when Kishane starts to open up and fighting for the finish. Look at his face. Okay, let's, guys, I gotta bring it back. I gotta bring it back. Let me bring it back to when they show you guys his face. Look at his expression at 80-meter mark. He's all over the place. He was on one side of the track. Now he ends up over the other side. And now Elias was closing in very fast. So if you guys realize, like, oh, I realized it. I'm just trying to show you guys that the 80-meter mark is the mark where he hits the height of his stopping speed and start to decline. So he start to decelerate. You understand? And this is when he's fighting to maintain that speed. When if you had that 400 or that 200-meter stamina, when you hit your tapping speed, you are able to hold it for quite a little bit more time or quite a little bit longer. You understand? That's why when Lyles hit his tapping speed, he has the stamina to hold it. So it's like he's closing in fast because his deceleration is slower. I got more races for you guys to see. So it's not, maybe I was thinking that I was delusional. I think right here, oh, this is it. This is the perfect view right here. This is the same race, the revenge race that he won against Lyles. But this angle is the sky angle from the rear. You guys can see. So I'm trying to give you guys different angles so you guys can see based on what I'm talking about. You will get a better understanding. You'll get a better understanding of what I'm saying about his strength and his closing speed in the 100-meter. So let me play it and you guys can see. So this is a better angle of you seeing him. Now, if you pay attention, he is on the left. Okay, finish so fast, but they're going to show it again. So he was on the right side of the track, but closing, he end up over on the left-hand side. But that is the sense of what happened to him right there is Lyles start to struggle to finish his race. That's when his tapping speed, he's not maintaining that tapping speed because he doesn't have that 200-meter, that 400-meter stamina. And this is why I'm saying that I never see him finish run a 400 or a 200-meter. So I don't know how capable is he on these races. I got another one to show you guys that this when he is so composed and comfortable in the race, right? When he is so superior of the feel. This is going to show the perfect angle of what I'm talking about when he hits the peak of his tapping speed and he starts to decelerate. No, because he's not he's not challenged. The competition is not that high. So he's not challenged enough. So you'll see him look to the right, look to the left, and then he starts to decelerate with style, right? But for me, that's not style. Okay, that's just him decelerating because he has hit that barrier and he's not able to maintain that speed, right? So with the low competition, he looks superior and looks like a super athlete running the 100-meter. So let me pull it up on screen and show you guys what I'm talking about. So basically, he is superior to the field and he definitely looks like man against boys. So let me play it and you guys can see. Oh, okay, look at it right here. This is where he is at the peak of his speed, right? Of his acceleration. So this is what he does. Looks to the right, looks to the left, and then he start to shut it down. And I always say, okay, I think Kishane has a very bad attitude, because why would you start to shut it down in races? And I said, if you practice this, it's going to come through on you when you need it the most. And we have seen at the Olympics that he hits the barrier, the speed barrier, and he wasn't able to maintain the acceleration or maintain his speed while Noah Lyles is closing in. And that's how he lost the Olympics. And then we saw Oblique Civil ran him down and took the World Championships gold medal. So basically, we can call Kishane Thompson the Silver Surfer because he had two major championships now. Is the Silver Surfer. Let's watch the race and see. So he looks superior to it. Look at it, and he's jogging, shunning it down because he's outclassed the track. So the athletes that he's competing against ain't up to his speed or his caliber. So definitely he's going to look superior and he's going to look like a Usain Bolt running. But when the competition is to he is challenged, right? He doesn't look that well. I don't know. For me, I maybe I am just a little bit old school and old fashioned, but I believe that as an athlete and as a runner, as a sprinter, I think you should do some 400 or some 200 meter. Not to say that's your pet peeves, because we have seen Shakari. She's not strong in the 200 meter, but she ran it anyway because she needs that strength and that stamina to run 100 meter. And we know that when Shakari is running 100 meters, she doesn't have the best start, but she has a closing speed that can cause problem any time of the day or any day of the week. You understand? So I believe Kishane Thompson, for him to get to the next level, and when I said the next level, I mean the next level of the podium, not to be at the side of the podium, but to be on top of the podium. You understand? When the national anthem is playing and you're not sharing that anthem as the silver surfer, but you are the gold medalist of the national anthem, and you are recognized as the world champion or the Olympic champion. Yeah, you have to go, Mr. Thompson, and do some more strength work, some more speed endurance. I'm not your coach, or I'm trying to be your coach. Yeah, understand. But I'm just a fan who watched and see a little bit the way would I say, a little bit of blunder in your running. Understand? And we all as Jamaican have seen that, yeah, you look good through golden, you in Diamond League, you burn up the track. You understand? Throughout the money competition, you burn up the track. And when we need you the most, you haven't shown yourself or your talent and your class. You understand? We have seen Asafa Poe, sub 10 king, yet to win an individual gold medal as a sprinter, but he have won gold medals in the 4x1 numerous times. You understand? He had played a part, and even though Asafa has never won the individual gold medal, Asafa Powell, we should say, he is the man that stopped a lot of stopped America from getting a lot of our athletes, runners, female and male, excuse me. Because before Asafa Powell smashed that world record as a local trained athlete, we were losing all our athletes to overseas because we didn't have that faith and that belief. But we have seen, or we have saw, numerous Jamaicans migrated to other country as athletes and became world champions, Olympic champions, representing the adopted country, right? And so we have to give Asafa his flowers as the man who showed us that, hey, Jamaicans can be Jamaicans while breaking the Olympic record or the world record, and showing that we don't have to go anywhere because we can stay here and dominate the sports. And it's unfortunate that a few athletes came, yo, believe me, man, it's unfortunate that a lot of athletes were born in the same era as Usain Bolt. Yeah, it's not a fair or a nice feeling in the reign of Usain Bolt. But what can we say? You understand? We can't go back, go born a different era. I know one athlete, Mr. Ewan Blake, he knew out of anybody else that if Bolt wasn't around or wasn't here, Johan would be the face of Jamaica for quite some times. And but unfortunately, he, as a runner and a sprinter, was in Bolt's era or Bolt's time of reign. So it's unfortunate, bro. Believe me, it's unfortunate. It's just like you watch soccer, and it's unfortunate for the last 30 years. 30 years. Could say 30 years that if you were born in that time as a talented player, you were born in the wrong time because if you pre the era them, you had Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, right? We didn't get time to relax and take a breath. Here comes Ronaldo, CR7, and Lionel Messi. And for the last 20, 25 years, if I'm right, there is no other player around like them. Neymar put his stamp on it, but most of the times, everybody got overshadowed by Ronaldo or Messi. You understand? Even my little cousin, who you choose, Ronaldo or Messi. So it's just unfortunate that if you were born in these times as an athlete or as a soccer player, you have to just wait a turn and just keep doing you and do the best. For soccer, it's different because you don't know. You still can play for your club and shine bright and stand out and stand up and show out and show off. But in track and field, at some point, you have to go up against the man, the myth, the legend, Usain Bolt. So when he retired, you understand, he left a long trail of problems and records and all of that. And we are seeing athletes now who are coming up trying to show their best and do their best. And Jamaica needs some male sprinters. And I think we have quite a few because we have Brian Level and Akeem Blake, Oblique Seville, Kishane Thompson. Please don't let me leave out nobody, God. Cause listen, if I didn't call your name, it's no beating against you. But listen, it is what it is. But yeah, as I said, we are in our era now where we have to try to maintain. Cause just the other day, a few years last year, we had the last reign of Shelley and Fraser Price. She stepped away and did her farewell and stepped away from the international running, but yet still Shelly and still a run mother races. You understand? She Asafa. That's unfair for the parents who their kids go to their school. But thank God I am not in that vicinity because I would never be running against those athletes. And I saw Asava Powell on his podcast and his vlogs that he was getting ready to go and run the father race. We saw young young Asafa. I'm not going to, I can't pronounce his surname, some Z Alpha. And I am not going to curse a bad word and try to call that my name and spoil his son name. So young Mr. Powell, I saw his race and it's unfair for the rest of youth around him because he outshined them by a mile. From the start of the race, he was gone like flash. And I'm like, no, this is not fair for the kids. It's a bit of demotivation, but it is what it is. You understand? Try it. If your son got a school, make him go play football. Tell him no bother pick up the running. He says, son, no bother pick up the running because I think football is do some football. Anyway, moving forward, Mr. Kishane Thompson, I just saw a few stuff and I realized that there you hit your mark at the 80-meter mark, and then after that you start to struggle to finish the race, and we saw your form comes apart, and that's not what we want. And we hope that in the future we'll be watching you and seeing you standing on the top, you understand, as the number one world champion, you understand, Olympic champion and champion overall. But please don't pick up Kenny Benerick attitude of being the Silver Surfer. So Kung Fu Kenny, Silver Surfer, it's not me. It's Aaron Brown give you that. It's Spider Brown give you that name, Silver Surfer. I'm just I'm just a fan who watch I can feel. And the name sounds good. The others are the Silver Surfer sounds good. So we are gonna pass it down to Kishane until he gets the goal. You understand? So until then, you're going to be the Silver Surfer for now. So let's talk about Boys and Girls Championship and the excitement that is coming. Let me see. I think Boys and Girls Championship is going to start the 23rd or 24th of this month, which is March. And if you are not watching, I don't know what you're doing. You're wasting time, bro. If you said that you are a track and field person and you haven't watched a race up to today, you are not a fan. You understand? You are just a chatty mouth who don't know where them attacks it. Because we watch some races, we watch at the I watch the what's the relay. We watch the relays, the McCook relays, and the Gibson McCook relays, and San Diego made a statement. Wormwood wasn't there. You understand? Wormwood, I think Wormwood did better in the 400 in the quarter miles relays, but for the 100 meter, they didn't perform to standard. But Edinalin, Heidel was there, but San Diego stand out. You understand? And then just last weekend we watched the Carifta trials. And there's a young lady who is she has been performing for quite some time now, and I hope that her journey continues, and we wish her health because she could be the next big thing based on her resume up to now. She has been making a mark, and she's going on very well. Let me show you a video of this athlete, and I believe that for now we have to just watch and observe because she has something to say, and I hope we are listening. So Carifta Childs, and she is the woman to beat. She's a woman to beat, and what's her name? Let me get her name right because I don't want to spoil her name. She Shania Douglas. Yeah. I had the name in the head, but I got to see it on paper so I can call it because sometimes you know the name and it's not coming out. So Miss Douglas has been showing her class and she's running women against girls. You understand? That's how good she is. So let me just show you guys a little snaps of her running at the Carifta trials and how she showed her class and how we class her class. If that's a word. Yeah, showed her class on the class her class. That sounds good. All right, so this is the race and let's watch it. Even though I know you guys have seen it before, but look at her stride pattern. Let's pause it right here. Look at the gap that she's creating at 100 meter, right? There's no competition for her. This race is over. So she's just cruising. And I think at this race, she hit a PB as well. Look at the gap. There we go. She ran 11 something. But Miss Douglas, I don't know what them are going to do. You understand? I don't know what they're planning on doing at Champs. But based on how she look, if you're coming to Champs at the class one event, prepare to get a silver medal because the gold medal is already taken. And I pray that she is healthy and strong and able to run her races and run her rounds. So I was trying to get a clip in a snips of the 100 girls hurdles where we have Wilmaz and Wormwood. It's Red Bailey, and we are going to do an interview with Mr. Regina Bailey. I think we're going to do it this weekend, but we are trying to do it before Champs. And she has been being a force to reckon with, and I am biased because she's my niece, okay? But we have athletes everywhere, and we are trying to show lights and highlights some of these athletes to help motivate them and keep them striving for greatness and their excellence. So we want them to stand up, stand out, go up and show out and do the best of their best. Jack and feel like a art. And so hopefully me I go link up with a couple of my friends and we're going to talk about what is to come in this Jack and Field season or this boys and girls champs. Yeah. So let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know, you know, but the Reggae Boys, I think Mr. Speed has named his squad, and a few names, a few persons has been left out. I think I have a picture of it, because I was watching it on YouTube. Yeah, I saw it on YouTube, and so I got a picture of it, the squad. Let me see if let me see where is it. Give me a second. I think it's on my tablet. So I guess I have it. I think I have a picture of the team. Yeah, I took a screenshot of it. Screenshot of it on YouTube. So we're going to pull it up and show you guys so we can have a convo. Yeah, so It's how am I going to? Let me figure out how I'm going to send this. Set up this. Let's do it this way, and then we can pull it up, talk about it. But the squad has been named, and quite a few players were left out. Were not named, and some new players has been named. A few new players has been named. So if I'm looking at it now, we got Gray, Brooks, Lowe, Crawford, and I think they got Leon Bailey in there in the squad. This is Ronaldo Wester and Amari Bell, Ethan Pinnock, Damian Lowe, Richard King, Kevin Lambert, Keroy Anderson, Isaac Hyde, that you have Ronaldo, Cephas, Norman Campbell. We got Campbell again, Hall, Plummer. Well, this squad, yeah, it's elite sport. Yeah, that's where I was watching the elite sports, and he was talking about the who got called up for the reggae boys. So hopefully, based on the call up, we hope these players are ready to leave their mark. You understand? Hopefully, I gotta do a bit deep diving into these players. A few players I have watched over the leagues and stuff. Like I think Damian Lowe is in the MLS. Richard King is playing championships. Goalkeeper Andre Blake, we know is the number one goalkeeper. So this squad is not a bad squad. I hope these guys can make it to the World Cup. If you know, I'm not too excited about it because, as you guys know, I shared my 2 cents on it, and we saw the Reggae Boys fumble the bag. You understand? We had the perfect opportunity to make it to the World Cup. We didn't need to be in the playoffs right now to make it to the World Cup. Honestly, we never need to be in the playoff. I think we had the team, we had it easy, and we should be able to qualify with ease. But based on our performance, we have to go to the playoffs. Not a good idea. So we have to just wait and see. I'm trying to get this thing pulled up. I'm trying to get it pulled up so we all can look at it. We all can look at it and see the squad. And you guys can just hit me up in the comment section and let me know what is your take on this squad and how you feel about the qualification and what you think the guy is going to do going up in this upcoming qualifying match. I think we have 2 games to play. If we win this one, we move on, and then we hope to play and win a spot to the World Cup. So I am hoping, like how y'all are hoping, but I am not that excited at all, at all, at all, at all. No, sir. No excitement, no there's for me at all, brother, because we had it. We had it. Yeah, man, we had it. So, okay. So, mind you, this is a screenshot that I took off Elite, TF Elite picture. Yeah, I was watching Elite Sports and Elite Sports TV, and I saw he had it might be nice setup. So I mean, just take a screenshot of it. So Mr. Elite, maybe you know, but as well. So I didn't mean to, but what can I say? It wasn't. I didn't have access to it, so you had it all bowl and up on your programs. So I just if he had it like that, might as well we just take it down and yeah, might as well we just take a quick screenshot of it. Because him put it out there so everybody could see it. And I'm giving him his props. You understand? So him can say, me just take a picture and me give him the shout out and the respect what him truly deserve. Me I go give him the respect what him truly deserve because he was the one who post the picture. Yeah, so for some reason the internet or the feed start to give me trouble. But find it. And I'm back. As I was saying, when you look at the picture, you go and see, I'm not even try to black it out. You go see Elite Sports TV, right? Shout out to Elite Sports TV. My respect on your job. You're doing an excellent job, bro. Continue. All the bless and all the success. More respect. Okay, so let me share the screen and then we can see what's going on and the named squad. Okay, so there we go. That is the squad that is named for the upcoming. Let me see if I can get it bigger. For the upcoming game, the Reggae Boys game, and so we have the midfielders, defensive midfielders, attacking midfielders, back-to-back player, and for ours, there we have it. Okay, so don't know the formation as yet. I don't know, but basically, I think we are going to have like a 3 backline and 5 across the middle and 2 strikers, or maybe we're going to play. It doesn't matter. So I think the way he's going to play it's 3-5-1-1. You understand? So he's going to stack the middle and let us do the work right there. And hopefully we can overthrow our opponents and show them what we truly are made of. Don't know as yet. Have to get some more research on it. But yes, guys, this is what the squad is looking like for now. I don't know if there's going to be any more addition or subtraction. But for now, that is what we are looking at for the Reggae Boys. And I think, where's the calendar? I think they have a practice game, a little touch-up game before they travel. I think the game is going to be played in Mexico, and it's going to be May 2nd. So for the calendar. So I think the game is going to be the 27th of this month. And I think the coach say they're going to have a few practice sessions, or they're going to have a practice session and a practice game before they leave for Mexico. So I think they're going to leave next weekend and spend a few days in Mexico just to get climatized and a few training sessions with the boys. And then the game would be on, I think the game is going to be on a Friday. Let's not tell a lie. Oh yeah, I think the game is the 27th. If I'm not wrong, the game is the 27th of this month. So the game is going to be on a Friday. So all of us going to tune in, right? We're going to tune in and support and make a lot of nice to the boys, and wish them well and be the well wishers. So definitely I'll be watching the game because I got to watch the game and come back and make you guys know how I felt. And we have to break down a few things and give you our feedback on what we like and what we didn't like and what needs to improve. And let us pray and hope that after the game I'll be smiling and happy and not sad and disappointed and ready to cuss and galang bad because of bad performance. Yeah. So today was just a little teaching session of track and field, and where we point out mishaps and bad habits of athletes. We talked about and shed lights on the young ladies and the young men who are coming up for the Boys and Girls Championship. So stay tuned for that. And yes, we are here with on screen. You guys can see Reggae Boys 27 months World Cup playoff squad. And I haven't seen Akeem or Kareem Dixon and Dujan Whisper. I guess because they are not, I think those guys are playing on the youth teams overseas and they are not being a staple in the teams. So we don't need them right now. So not to beat and bash the young players, but guys, work on your craft because you have a lot more time. You understand? So do what you need to do. Stay healthy, get better at what you're doing, and let's see what the future holds. Your time will come, and I hope when time your number call, you are ready to be number one for your country and to be number one for the family, because they don't know you're in a position where you're paid to play. So you have to stay healthy. Okay? All right. So thank you guys for tuning in for my boring ranting and talking. It's been a pleasure talking with you guys. Health is the best and health is wealth. And you have made it this far. So hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, tap that notification bell. You understand? Be a part of my subscription team. You understand? Where we can interact. Don't be afraid to hit me up in the notification. Send me a message, man. We can talk. If you have something to talk about or you heard something that I said and then you want to clarify it or you want to give me a correction, I am open for your correction. And if you see that you are a coach and athlete and you want to be a part of the oneness, you understand, and you want to have an interview where we can talk, we can go live and do this, or we can just do a recording and upload. Just let me know. Hit me up. Thank you all for watching. Remember, put God first before everything. Prayer and pray. You understand? Put God first, live in love, and let love follow. Or as I said, you can be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, sharing the love for sports. Thank you. As the cartel say, what is under my nose, mouth, blessed love.